Is it? Yes, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's an epic Friday. It's an Epic Cash Live Friday. And we're going to be here, not for a whole hour today. Sorry about that. But we're going to be here for about 15 to 20 minutes. And we're sure glad to have you here. Really, who do we have on the line today? You know, we always come at you prepared. Today we have Epic Cash founder Max Freeman. We have Mike Mamola, who it is just so nice to be able to have another face and not just a thumbnail. And then we have, of course, Yoga Dude. He's still in the background waiting for some furniture to come in. But we wanted him on. He has the most unbelievable story he's going to share and also give you a little bit of insight on the snapshot tomorrow. And then you got me, guys. And Enrique couldn't make it. So gentlemen, welcome. Say hello.
Hello, hello.
Greetings.
Yep. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
And of course, Max, have an epic day. Something like that. Okay,
I upgraded my AV for my AV setup for this one.
All right, I'm Enrique today, and Enrique, let's just can we just all admit? I mean, Enrique, I'm way more handsome than Enrique is, so I just. But you just humble brag, guys. I just want to pull up his coins or his exercise, and just for those who may have this may be your first time to see it. Back on September 3rd, Enrique went through an exercise. He took Epic Cash and then the top 15 cryptos at the time, and he said, "What if I were to invest $1,000 in each of them? And then of the top 15, we'd get an average. How would Epic perform on a week-to-week basis?" So we open up Epic Cash Live Fridays with this, just to be honest and track. So what you see from Epic is the good, bad, and the ugly. It could go up, it could go down. Max is trying to get in, so let me admit him there. And let's just take a look at this. If you would have invested $1,000, I'm getting an echo.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, if you invested $1,000, and all right, we're still getting an echo, Max. So whatever you did, you need to undo it. Love you, but okay. Then it would be worth today $16,718. So these prices were pulled today at 11 a.m. And Enrique pulls them every week at 11 a.m. And so if you would have invested $1,000 in Luna, that would be worth almost $3,000 today. That's pretty good. That's up 163%. So good on those who own them some Luna. Now, good on Epic holders. The price is now $5.35. And yesterday, it sure seemed to be flirting with $6. I think people are realizing with the snapshot coming up tomorrow, it's good to own Epic. So I think there's a lot of people chomping at the red. And so I'm just gonna say we're up 1,500%. BTC is up 2.88%, and if you would have invested and diversified across all 15 coins proportionally, your $1,000 would be $1,031. So you'd be up 3.1%. So all right. So I think the message there is it's good to be epic. Good to be an epic. So all right. Now that we have the math exercise out of the way, Yoga, would you mind please just sharing the story that you shared with us just a bit earlier?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So this is kind of my take on the Christmas story, I guess, and on one of those happy coincidences in the universe. I was just walking through a store yesterday with my wife, and looking for, moved to Miami, decided to change colognes, which, it's like different place, different atmosphere. kind of thing. And the gal at the counter said, can I help you? And I said, yeah, sure. I'm looking for something in between fragrances, looking for something cool, something manly, something deep, but not obnoxious. Well, you guys know me. I'm deep and not obnoxious, right? Right.
Entirely.
Okay. So the lady was very helpful, and she asked me a little more, like what kind of fragrances, what kind of scents do I like, and I like this thing called they're called odes. They're like these sap derivatives that are used in colognes, perfumes, etc. They tend to be on the stronger side, and the smell kind of tends to be deeper, more interesting, and last longer. And there's this brand called Amouage, Amouage, and she said, yeah, we got these in, and you got to try this. So she gives me a little sampler on a paper, and I smell it, and it's just really strong, like too overbearing, like really, really, really overbearing, but it's still interesting. I said, well, I like the line, but this particular one is just knocks me on my butt. This is a bit much. And she said, well, there's one that's like lighter, but it's really interesting. It's really nuanced. And she gives me another sampler. And full disclosure, all I know is the brand is called Homage. That's it. And it really hits me. It's really amazing scent. It's light, but it's got complexity. So I was like, yeah, okay, this is really cool. Spray some on my wrist, and she said, like, yeah, walk around for like half an hour, and if you like it, come back. And I said, well, that's great. Yeah, just how do I know it? What's the actual? I mean, I know the brand is Homage, but what's the actual brand of the cologne? And I kid you not, it's epic.
Unbelievable.
I didn't know. I didn't see the.
Wow.
I mean, this is just a weird moment, and it was very kind of a cosmic serendipity, right? Everything happens for a reason. So
that is so cool. That is so cool.
So I got myself a bottle of Epic.
Well, let me show you something else that's just epic. Just because I forgot this part. Sorry, Enrique, but that's just part 2 of his weekly analysis. That looks pretty epic to me. That's basically the numbers that I presented earlier, just on a scale, so that you can just see performance. That line in green is epic cash, and the one down below is the average of the top 15 cryptocurrencies. So
the index, the 15 top index.
Okay.
Right?
Index. Perfect. You all know me. I'm the math guy on this show for sure.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Spencer and I were working on the bank notes through Freeman Express. We're working on physical media for beyond the reach of wireless signal, let's say, or internet signal. If you have a piece of I want to say paper, but they're actually plastic, especially one that's durable, then you can have a physical representation of digital value. Also coins, traveler's checks, things like that. Anyway, on the back, we were we were trying to brainstorm how to use that space. And the idea came to put the chart from the $1,200 stimulus that many got. I know mine got lost in the mail. I'm not holding my breath. But if you had converted your $1,200 stimulus into Epic at that time, it's now around $1 million. I think it was 976 or something. And then you immediately go to, okay, well, bubbles and trees don't grow to the sky and Ponzi schemes and this and that. And then you realize, well, wait, back then, there was hardly anybody interested in the network. It was very young. It was very unproven. And also today there's 5,760 coins a day. But back then it was 4 times that. It was over 23,000 coins a day. And so you had that double whammy of scarcity on the supply side and more people wanting to come in. I just checked, and we just got up to 1,688 holders on the Vite side as of right now. That doesn't count people that withdraw their coins to the main chain. So sometimes it dips a little bit. But every time I refresh, we're picking up another percent, or sometimes even two. And if you flip the coin and not flip the coin, if you get 1% more over the course of a year, it's dramatic. I think it's 37x or something like that, 3,700% due to the magic of compounding. And so, I think as we increasingly get traction and validation, the principles that we baked in as far as the flight operating characteristics that make sense based on the design being the same as Bitcoin Core, I think that should give us confidence that it's going to work into the next few halvings, and then the correspondence path with BTC at the singularity.
No, I love that. I love that. So,
and actually, sorry, just
yeah.
to throw in a couple of extra facts in there. I mean, looking at our Twitter, for example, looking at some of our other social media parameters, we're definitely growing at probably somewhere between like 5 to 10% a week, which is pretty gosh darn amazing. And where you can really see it, which is it's a good thing, but it's kind of a challenging thing, is look at the mining difficulty. The mining difficulty, it just keeps going up and up and up. And what that means is, and look at the talk in the mining channel, we're getting people from Monero community mining Epic. We're getting people from Ethereum community mining Epic, because we're multi-algo. We have this broad appeal, and the value of Epic is holding really well. So the mining, the upside of that is, yes, we're getting more users. The downside of that is it's becoming harder and harder to mine Epic. But again, the upside of that is the scarcity kicks in, and people are less inclined to dump it cheaply because they see the value, and they're competing with increasing number of other folks, for that magical Epic block. So anyway, it's a pretty cool thing.
And we're also getting usage. I just looked on explorer.epic.tech in the transactions over time panel, and it's got input, output, and kernel. And so if you look at the kernels, that's the number of transactions. That's like the residue that's left there. And so it used to be a lot of blue, and every once in a while we would get a spike up into what shows as red, which is used to be 15, now it's 20. And you can just see through the heat map that there's more activity. And also the compactness of the blockchain is really promising as well. We're up to 2.21 gigs, which is a lot compared to where we used to be. But that's a good thing. I think, as we bring more and more users on, every time it transacts, it compacts the data and just leaves that tiny little footprint. Todd and I are doing some modeling on throughput that we think future versions of Epic will be able to do, and getting those configured through the Canary Network ECK. And it's really promising when you start compressing the block time down from 60 seconds to 20, 15, 10, and who knows how fast, and then the block size up from 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. BSV's pushing gigabyte blocks sometime, so we don't know how high it goes. But we kind of stopped counting after we got to Visa scale and said, well, if we have orders of magnitude or multipliers beyond here, that's just going to be gravy. We already know that we can handle the world's needs as they exist today. So let's get to work making that happen.
Okay, two things. Tomorrow is the snapshot. So we have 10 minutes left, guys. And I want to reserve the last 3 for something very, very special. So the snapshot is tomorrow. Yoga, would you do us the honors? First of all, to heck with you, Yoga. Mike Mamola's on here. Mike, I just want to say hello. I mean, I've been rude. I'm a rude host.
You haven't been. You've been incredible. You've been epic.
That's right.
Greetings. Happy holidays, everyone.
Greetings. Can you
super excited about tomorrow.
Can you please just share how you basically, we kind of did a pregame before the show, and how you hurt all of our feelings because we weren't eating what you were eating?
I had a special delivery from my Portuguese mother-in-law of empanadas as a little kind of French toast Portuguese pastry that I was eating while we're all speaking. So next time I'll make sure they get delivered to everyone before.
Yeah. All right. Yoga. Sorry for that interruption, but I just wanted to make sure that we got to Mike to say hello. Can you talk to us about the snapshot? It happens tomorrow. Do we know when? Do we know what block? Tell us all about it.
Well, it happens tomorrow, and that's pretty much it. We, it's going to happen at a later part of the day. We are not going to announce at which particular block height or whatever. Santa Claus doesn't come down the chimney at a particular block height. Okay, so tomorrow the snapshot is going to happen tomorrow, and we'll announce a block height afterwards. We don't want folks to get, we don't want people to get distracted with unnecessary information really that has no bearing on the event itself. I mean,
absolutely
the event itself is the prize, the thing.
Well, we're going to celebrate it tomorrow.
That's it. So you can celebrate it all day.
We can celebrate it all day. And speaking of tomorrow, I just want to let you know, today's a little bit crazy for me, which is why we're compressing this. Spirit of full disclosure, I've had two wives in my life. My ex-wife and mine now. I'm not going to say current wife. I'm going to say my forever wife. And so just over the years, it was like the kids always came to my place for New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve. And so that's today. And I'm always the chef. And so I have some cooking to finish, which is why we're cutting it short, because everyone gets here at 2. And then they go to mom's tomorrow, but they're just really full, so they don't appreciate it as much. Not just saying, they don't go away hungry. But anyway, tomorrow at noon Eastern time, I am going to go live to be able to have an epic celebration with, I hope, you and anybody watching. In all of the telegrams, I'm going to drop a Zoom link, and then I'll also drop a link in the discussion that we're having. And anybody for 3 hours, if you can Zoom in, say hello. You don't have to put your video on. You can still be in, your slippers from the morning, and it doesn't matter if you want to come on. Mike Momola, I think, is going to say hello and thank you for all of you who do use video. The only thing that I would ask is that if you come in because you want to not just listen in, but to actually engage or whatever, because sometimes people can come in and they'll not mute, and we're hearing dogs bark in the background. So, but I'll remind you, you know me, I'm not shy. What's that?
You're not shy to remind people, right?
I will remind you tomorrow, but that's going to start, guys, at noon and go to 3. And so it's just going to be a wonderful, I think, opportunity for the community to just spread some positive joy. And I want to show you something here before we say adios. And I want you to see this. And of course, when you are in your Epic wallet, right, you have your own personal, this is like your Vita address, right? I want everybody, if you would, to go ahead and take a picture of that. No, that is not to send any Vite my way, and you don't have to send a darn thing to anybody. But I just wanted to first show you that before I tell you this story of a community member who does my favorite thing in life. I love people who lead with their chin and not their handout. People who just do it. They just go for it and they figure out, how can I add value? So tomorrow, I'm going to give you a sneak peek right now. And then it's going to be my opening countdown for tomorrow's show. So once I start this, that's going to be it for today's show. And I want to say happy Christmas Eve for those of you who celebrate Christmas Eve, and just happy Friday for those of you who may not. It is just an epic day regardless. Let me do a round robin here. Mike, do you want to say anything on the way out? Because after I play this video, I'm going to end the live stream.
I don't. Happy holidays, everyone. Look forward to seeing so many of you tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay, Yoga.
I just add to the same. Happy holidays and stay epic and have yourselves a very epic Christmas.
Mr. Max.
The best is yet to come. Love you all. Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, everyone, here it goes. This is a community a member. She calls herself Crypto Class. Now, she created this by herself. I mean, like nobody asked. And she was so kind to do a countdown for me for the Christmas show. So again, I hope you rewind after you see this and send her a little epic love, because this means the world to me. So with that, I'm going to say I'm out. We will see you tomorrow, noon Eastern time. Love you all. Love this community. Cheers. Wow.
Awesome.
Eating with your chin versus your handout. I just absolutely love that, and love you all. So with that, cheers.
Peace out.